I've been an avid gamer for most of my life. Lately, in my personal life, however, I've been feeling like I was missing out on something. I just had a new baby, so I felt like just working kitchen job after kitchen job just like wasn't gonna cut it forever. So I remembered and sat for weeks thinking about, what kind of career I'd like to set myself up for in the future. And all I could think about was how much I love video games, how much I appreciate the aesthetic nature of them, how a good storyline can just rip you straight out of reality, how, even the technical stuff like the gameplay can just totally make or break a game. So I thought, maybe if I, start dabbling in the programs that the big league players use, then someday I might even find a career doing it. There's nothing I'd love more in the world than to make a game that had the same effect on me as it would on some, new gamer in the future. I had a bit of trouble finding the game art director. They don't just plaster his name on the front page of the online website, but David Washington is really a guy to look up to as far as game art and the industry as a whole. I'm really excited to get more involved with some of these programs, namely ZBrush. I've heard a lot about it. I can't wait to start messing with it. Some other important ones being Maya, 3ds Max, Unreal Engine, even Photoshop. I mean, I'll be able to create some truly amazing pieces of art once I have this technology available to me. And even though it's not in my game program, I've read a lot and just on my own personal accounts, dabbled a little bit in C++ and Java, HTML5. I heard they're all really important codes to learn, to coding languages to learn throughout the game industry. I'm really excited to learn how to texture. That's probably one of the skills I'll be focusing on the most. That and animation. Those things go hand in hand, creating fluent, really on point, realistic movements and images, skin, clothing, all that kind of stuff. I really want to hone in on, finishing my renders and really producing like a really high quality aesthetic across the board when it comes to either animation or just modeling. Overall, I feel like the easiest classes will probably be like the foundations and 3D model classes, the very like groundwork, kind of grassroots stage classes, because it'll all just be, learning techniques and somewhat of memorization. I think that on the other hand, the portfolio classes will probably be the most intense for me because, as excited as I am to get creative and actually start making things within these programs, working with your creativity and achieving something that looks great in your head but might not play out as well, in practice, can hit a little gray area. It can get challenging, but I mean that's why I'm in this. I want to be challenged. I want to be pushed to make other reality defying things, and I can't wait to dig in. And I think the way to succeed, especially in the hard classes, is to just believe that I can do it. So many people put themselves down before they even try, and it can really block some truly awesome things from happening. But I also need to kind of rein it in when I have an idea that might be too big. I want to focus on getting the techniques down and getting the created good final product, and not just creating something that's like unique necessarily or all mine. I want to show that I can professionally handle and put out a consistent quality product without compromising my creativity as well. And I think my time management skills will kind of pave the way to ultimately achieve the refined product that I want. I plan on setting myself up to a very high standard, because ultimately that's what studios want to see when they're hiring. And I think the most important aspect of the kind of work I want to see from myself is to lay the groundwork first, build those meshes, build those moldable models before I get too technical and too deep into like, oh, does this look perfect? Is the lighting exactly where I want it to be? I want to make sure I have a good solid foundation before I go on to the real in-depth fine-tuning things, because when it comes down to it, I want to be able to show that I'm efficient, able to put out a finished product quickly, but given the time, I can also make something that's truly a spectacle. And these are the traits I hope to achieve in the next few years. Looking forward to jumping in. Thanks for watching.